Good morning, friends. It's me, Rachel. It is Thursday, I think the 22nd, and I did not have a job to do today. So we went to our local food pantry, and I just want to go and take a moment to show you what we're blessed with. We're so lucky to have this available to us. As many of you know, my job will be ending here shortly, and June 4th is the last day I can work. That's when our school ends for the year, and it won't start back up until September. And even though the first day of school will be said date, the teachers usually, wait a couple weeks before they start calling in sick or, taking days off. So even though the first day would be like September, let's say the 5th, I may not work until September 15th. So I have to spend money accordingly and save money accordingly for the months that I am not working. And this, of course, helps us along with what we get at the food pantry. We also receive they give out vouchers to use at the local mom and pop store, and you get $20 per person in your family. So an example would be if you had 5 people in your family. Excuse me. If you had 5 people in your family, you would get a voucher for $100. So let me show you. So we received a voucher for $40 that we can use at the local mom and pop store. And let me show you what we did get right now. So we got some boxed food. We got 2 boxes of the macaroni and cheese. Having to spread it out a little bit because there's not really enough room in one place to do everything. I do apologize. And we got some all-purpose baking mix, and you can use this to make biscuits, waffles, or shortcakes. We got a package of scalloped potatoes and one of au gratin. And then for canned foods, we got some albacore tuna and some regular chunk light tuna. We got some tomato sauce, which that was exciting to get tomato sauce. I usually get like the tomato sauce that's like spaghetti sauce. So it has the spices and everything in it. But I like this one because I can add spices to it, or I can use it for other things other than spaghetti. We got a can of whole kernel corn. We got a can of sweet peas. We got 2 cans of cream of mushroom soup, which I was thrilled at because one of these will replace the can I used last night. I found the yummiest recipe on Google, and it was hamburger stroganoff. And it was so easy to make, and I had everything I needed for it in my cupboards. And when the ground beef goes on sale at the local mom and pop, I go and I stock up on it, and I'll cook all of it all at once. I'll make some of it into taco meat using taco seasoning, and then some of it I'll just put like a little bit of onion powder and garlic powder so that I can go and use it, just take it out. It's already done. So yeah, all I had to do was take it out, thaw it out, and then I put it back in my cast iron, and along with some mushrooms and garlic, and what was it? Mushrooms, garlic, and having a brain fart here. Onions and diced onions. And so got those all incorporated and cooked up a little bit, and then put some butter and some flour, 3 tablespoons of each, I believe, and then 1.5 cups of beef broth. And I just use the beef bouillon and some water, of course. And when I got the flour all incorporated with the butter, I just added that into it, and then I added the beef broth, stirred that around with my whisk until it was starting to get a little thick. Then I added a can of the cream of mushroom soup, and I also added a cup of sour cream and some pepper. I didn't add any salt. Said that you can use salt and pepper for flavor. I never add salt hardly ever because the bouillon already is salty. And then, of course, I went and I put the mixture of the meat and the onions and all that back into it when I got thick enough. And I thought, I think I want some more mushrooms. So I diced up a little bit more mushrooms because the mushrooms that I had cooked with the onions and the garlic, they almost became non-existent. You can barely see them, so I added some more, and we served it over egg noodles, and it was really yummy. Anyway, so we also got 1 can of spaghetti rings. We got 2 cans of tomato mix or tomato soup. I got 1 can of applesauce. I got, and this was something I usually don't get, so I was really excited. I got 1 can of chicken broth and 1 can of beef broth. And I got a jar of chunky ragu tomato or spaghetti sauce, and it's tomato, garlic, and onion. I got 2 packages of beef ramen and 1 of the chicken. I got 1 package of the 4 cheese lasagna. It's kind of like Hamburger Helper. And 1 of the stroganoff. And I got a package of the mild cheddar, which I was really excited about because a couple nights ago I had made spaghetti and I wanted to do something new with the leftovers. So I found a recipe to make leftover spaghetti bake, and so you add eggs and a few other things and cook it for 30 minutes, and then when it comes up and you put tin foil on it, you take it out, you take the tin foil off and you put like 2 cups of the cheddar cheese. So I used up almost all I used up the rest of my cheddar cheese. So I was happy to get that. And I got a pound of butter, which was very exciting. And so expensive, so that was a huge blessing. And normally I get like 2 pound or 1 pound of rice, and this time I got 2 pounds. So that was exciting because we use a lot of rice. And this is backwards, so hold on, move it. We got some Alaskan pollock oven ready, and this is 2 pounds of fish sticks. So we really don't go out to eat. It's not really in our budget. And occasionally we'll go to the senior center and spend $12 for dinner for both of us, which also we bring leftovers home like soup and part of our entrees. And so then we have lunch for the next day. So the $12 goes pretty far. And so that's the only time we ever really go out to eat. And this is enough for us to have 2 dinners. And it's almost like having a go out to eat dinner because all I have to do is put some of these and some french fries or onion rings on a pan and stick them in the oven, and few minutes later, our dinner's done and there was nothing. I didn't have to do anything. So that's nice on nights where I'm tired or I don't feel good, like today. And then, oh, and also, for the meat choice, they said you could pick 3 different things, I believe. I'm trying to look at my stuff to see if I got 3 things. I want to say it was 3 things in the meat thing. And I'm trying to remember what I chose. I know I got, maybe it was 2 things. Because I have this and I have this. So maybe it was just 2 things. Anyway, these are the 2 meat things I got. So the other thing I picked was chicken leg quarters. And it's actually a 5-pound container of chicken legs. So it's frozen. I'm going to let it thaw a little bit so I can separate it into our size dinner meals, because obviously we don't need to eat 5 pounds of chicken in one night. I might just let it thaw out. Normally I'll do that and I'll cook it all at once and then with a little bit of seasoning, and then I'll go and put it back into dinner size portions for us. So like a few nights ago we made some not pulled pork but pulled chicken sandwiches, and they were pretty good. We put some cheese and some onion slices and some of the we still had some of the spicy famous Dave's pickle slices, the sweet ones, and oh my gosh, they were so good. Oh, and a little bit of barbecue. Oh, well, we put barbecue sauce in the chicken. So anyway, I might do that since I'm not working today. So just leave it out. And it's a lot easier to find room in the freezer when it's in smaller packages rather than this big 5-pound package. Okay, so moving on. We got some potato flakes. These are really great to make mashed potatoes. However, you can also use them to make bread. You can use them to thicken up your soups. They have so many different uses. Google it and find out what you can do with it. And we got some Frosted Flakes cereal. And over here, they got this huge container. Like, I always get peanut butter, but this is like 2.5 pounds of peanut butter. Look at this. You see that? This is fabulous because I use peanut butter. When I work, if I don't have any leftovers I can take to work, I take a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. I have lots of jelly. I make jelly. I make my own. Plus, I have jelly that we've got from the food pantry. And so that is a staple for me, is a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. And I don't need to worry about keeping it in our fridge or heating it up. So it's a win-win. We got some more pancake syrup. We got some white vinegar, which is great because I can use it for cleaning. And I can also use it to make stuff like potato salad and deviled eggs and all kinds of yummy things like that. We got a thing of ketchup, and I don't know if I said it before, but I found some shrimp in the freezer and I was like, oh my gosh, that sounds so good. So I thawed it out, and I was quite sure we had some some cocktail sauce. I couldn't find it anywhere. And so I Googled it and I found a recipe. You use like 1/3 cup of ketchup and a little bit of lemon juice, I believe, and a tablespoon of, I had creamy horseradish, so I actually put 2 tablespoons in, and it tastes exactly like horseradish from the store. It was so good. Anyway, so I got to enjoy my shrimp with cocktail sauce. We got some laundry soap and some toilet paper, a 4-pack. We got some low-fat shelf milk. This is, I think, a a fourth of a gallon. We got some grape juice, and they have a when you're in like the waiting area, they have a shelf and you can pick stuff off the shelf. You could pick 3 things, and it's things that have been like donated or have like gone past their best by or whatever. And so this one, let's see. This one had a best by. Oh, this one has a best by of November 4th of 25. So this one's still fine. And then we got some sweet potatoes, and this is the really big container of sweet potatoes. So that can go for 2 meals. Or I can make something with them. Okay, and then I have this loaded potato soup mix, and you can add bacon to it. So it's 8. And I'm looking to see if it says anything on here. I'm not really seeing anything. It says an hour cook time. So it's just a dehydrated soup mix. I don't even see a best by date on it, but I don't really care. And the other thing I picked was some red lentils. Red lentils are my favorite, and I have not been able to find them anywhere at like the Family Dollar, the Dollar General, or the local grocery store. So I was thrilled to be able to get these. And those were the 3 things that we picked. And we also were given a pound of the pinto beans. And these are great because you could actually plant them and grow some more pinto beans. You can cook them up and make a soup. You can make refried beans. You can do all kinds of things with those. And I believe you can actually use them to make bread too. Google it. You'll find out. We got a package of this white chicken meat in a foil pack. And I got some raisins. So I may be making some cookies in the horizon. And one of my favorite snacks, I got some dried pitted plums. So I was really excited to get these because they are so yummy. Anyway, that's everything that we received. And we also, today is the day that they're going to have the mobile food pantry. So I'm going to try to get some footage and show you what that looks like. It's not that exciting. You pull up, you sit in your car, and you pull forward until it's your turn. They put the stuff in your trunk, and that's all. But I'll see if I can get some footage for you guys, and I will be making another video. And if you like what you see, please subscribe, and please leave me a comment and let me know what you think about this. Are you able to receive blessings in the area that you live in? I will see you in the next video. Until then, stay blessed, friends.